Good afternoon, my name is Angel Juarez and I'll be walking you guys through the receiving process. So the first thing you want to do is come into the office. All receiving clipboards are going to be on this side of the desk. You want to go ahead and grab your assignment. Your door number is right here, and then you just want to go and make sure you verify that this is the door you're going to offload. Let's go get it. So at this point, you've already assigned a warehouse worker to start offloading the door. But before they can offload that door, you want to make sure that you get the temperature of the product, which is right here. And you want to make sure you as well get the seal. Alright guys, as you guys can see, Jonathan Gonzalez here, our team member, has already started the glad lock process. He secured the truck and making sure that the driver is not allowed to pull off, and also ensure that the wheels are chocked. Now we can go ahead and start our receiving process, and you can go ahead and start the offloading process as well. We pretty much just start off with opening the doors. We'll break the seal, I'll break the seal number, and then I'll take the temperature of the product using our probes that we have here in the facility. As you can see, this is our seal. If you want to break it, your seal number would be right here. You want to go ahead and just record that. Once you've recorded your seal, go ahead and open up the truck. Once your truck is open, you want to make sure that you take the temperature of the product to make sure that the product hasn't been tampered with or there's no signs of damages due to temperature. You want to go ahead and give it a couple minutes so the temperature can go ahead and drop and we can get an accurate reading. As you guys can see, the temperature on the product is 1.2, well below our critical control point. You want to go ahead and make sure that we record that. Once you've recorded that, now you get to offload. You want to communicate with your team and make sure that they are aware that your truck is ready to offload, and we can begin the tallying process. So for the Brea loads, we do require 3 temperatures, which is the tail, the middle, and the nose. We're currently at the middle, and our temperature is at 5.2. We want to go ahead and record that. We'll let the team members continue offloading. Once we get to the end, we'll take a temperature of the last pallet that is at the nose. So as you guys can see, we're at the nose of the trailer, and we're going to go ahead and take our last temperature, which is at 7.2. And now we can continue the receiving process. So as we're offloading the product, you want to make sure that you're going around the product and making sure that there's no damages to the cases or damages to the pallets as well, making sure that the pallet is completely wrapped all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. So once we've completed the offloading process, you want to go ahead and start tallying it. With Breas, you want to make sure that you're matching your batch numbers your item numbers, expiration dates, as well as product description. Once we have that information and we're checking it, we want to get the tie high. So we'll go ahead and count the tiers, and we'll use the steps to get the tie, to get a complete case count of the pallet. You want to check the batch, and you want to check it thoroughly. There's times where we can get a batch that's off by one number somewhere in the middle, so you want to make sure that you check the complete batch number, and you want to make sure that the item matches with the product itself, as well as the pallet description, product description. Done tallying, and we've confirmed our case counts and pallet counts, and we verified all the products. We can go ahead and give it to the receiving coordinator so you can send it up for labels. Once the labels are down, when you get them, we'll go ahead and start labeling the pallets. You go first with the labels. So once we've been notified that labels are ready, our coordinator will shoot them out through this tube right here onto the receiving desk one, and now we're ready to separate the labels. So since for this Brea we had 3 different lots, we're gonna we want to make sure that we separate these labels accordingly, so we don't mix up any of the labels with different batches. So what you want to do is go ahead and match all the batch numbers down here, which are also the lot numbers. And also remember, each label comes with 2, so we can place one in the front and one in the back of the pallet. So now what you want to do is separate all the labels with the same batches. So once we finish separating our labels, as you can see here, we separated them by their batches, which are not our lots. And we can go ahead and cross-reference this to the EDI that we received for our 3 batches, which are now our 3 lots. Now we're ready to label. So after you've sorted through all your labels and you double check them to make sure that there's no mistakes on your labels or case counts that don't match or batches that don't exist on your EDI, you're good to go ahead and label. Also, before anybody can run in this freight, you want to make sure that every pallet is labeled accurately according to the lot number and according to the case count. Also, what you can do is also check by description. As you can see here, you want to go ahead and check dinner roll assorted. You want to make sure your pallet has dinner roll assorted. You also want to check here the batch number. Your batch number is going to come out right here. You want to match the batch number, complete full numbers. Don't just go based off of the last 4 digits. You want to make sure that every single digit matches for quality assurance. So here we have a 000-972-5229. Correct. Dinner roll assorted. It matches. Now you're good to label. You also want to check your 65 cases and make sure that you have 65 cases on your pallet. So this is a 5-tie, 13 high, 65 cases. You're now going to go ahead and label that pallet. And you want to go ahead and do that to every pallet. You want to go ahead and make sure that you're matching batches, you're matching pallet descriptions for, again, quality assurance. 000-972-5229, sorted. Once you've labeled your last pallet, you just want to go ahead and do a double check to make sure you didn't miss anything. Once again, for quality assurance. So we're going to go ahead and do pallet by pallet that we've already labeled, making sure that every pallet is labeled according to their batch and according to the case count. Once you're sure that all your pallets are labeled accurately, and you know that you've checked your product twice, and you're sure that it's according to what the description, what the pallet ID, what your item number, your description, and your batch, which is ours now, we can go ahead and sign off the paperwork and turn it into our customer service. In case you have a question or aren't too sure of the process, we have here our SWI for receiving tallying. Anytime you have questions on this goes ahead and gives you the major steps of what the process is, and then it gives you the key safety quality points on how to do the process. Also giving you the reasons why we do it. Pretty much for quality assurance, as I said before. So now we're ready to go. Also, if you have any questions in regards to the process, go ahead and get with your team leads, get with your supervisor, your manager. If not, you can also ask your senior team members that have been doing this process for a good while. Everybody would be glad to help you guys out. So once you've double checked your labels and confirmed that everything is accurate, you can go ahead and just sign everything off. Just double check your paperwork, make sure everything is signed accordingly. You're gonna go ahead and sign where it says receiver signature here, as I've already done. And then you're gonna go ahead and sign where it says checker, indicating that you've already labeled the load. And then where it says coordinator, your coordinator will go ahead and sign that off to go ahead and confirm the tally. Once you're complete with that, you can go ahead and drop it off here with the completed tallies. And that pretty much ends the process. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
I'll be chatting with the light now. That'll work.